ไฟ
미tun이야. 반하고 붙이는 거지, 맞지? 오케이? 뭐라고?
What is your relationship with failure? Alright, so over the next few days, I'm going to be sharing my greatest takeaways from Funnel Hacking Live. In case you guys don't know what Funnel Hacking Live is, basically it is a 4-day marketing conference, marketing event held by this person called Russell Brunson. It was held in Nashville in the USA. So what I did was I flew over 25 hours to the USA just to attend this program, and in the next few days, what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing my top learnings with all of you, right? So in total, I think I spent more than $5,000 just to fly over there, pay for lodging, pay for the tickets, and all that kind of stuff. And I just want to share all of this for free with you guys, because I think it might help you guys in a way or two. So that is why I'm sharing all of this with you guys. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about this thing called failure, right? And I want you to think about this. What is your relationship with failure? So one of the keynote speakers that spoke at this year's Funnel Hacking Live was this person called Tom Bilyeu. I'm not too sure how to pronounce his name. I'll just call him Tom, right? So Tom spoke at Funnel Hacking Live this year, and he was the topic that he was speaking about was the topic of failure, right? And I just want to pull out a quote from him, or at least this is what I remember him saying. I'm not sure this is exactly what he said, but it was along these lines, right? It was that artificial intelligence don't make mistakes, right? Whenever they make a wrong move, it's called a sample. They don't call it failure. And if you guys don't know what this is basically a board game, right? It's called Go. And if you guys have been following the news, I think a couple of years ago there was this AI called AlphaGo, and it was competing against the world champion, the AlphaGo world champion. And Go is actually known for being a very complicated chess, like a board game. But AlphaGo was actually able to beat some of the best in the world. And the question is this just for board games, right? People might say that, oh, you know what, it's a board game, that's why it's so good. But here's the thing. If you guys know about Dota is actually a team sport, a game where you play in a team, where teamwork is very important, and it's considered to be a very complex game. And so what they did was American company created AI called OpenAI to test how capable is their AI. So they put the AI to test. They put a competition together. They gathered the world's best humans, the human team in the best human team in the world, and they put it against OpenAI. And guess what? The AI won. Right, so this is a big deal, and here's the reason why. Because I think if you guys were playing computer games like way back, especially when Dota was still on the Warcraft platform, people consider AI to be like inferior because it was just so easy. Even at the most difficulty, it was very easy to beat an AI. But the development of AI is so developed now that even the world champions cannot beat an AI. So the question is, how is this possible? And this I would like to think that the key difference between an AI and a human is that they don't beat themselves up when they fail, right? So that's the key difference. When let me put it this way: when humans fail, because we are, as much as we like to think that we are creatures of logic, but we are very much driven by emotions. And when we fail, what happens is that it creates a emotion of self doubts. You kind of start pitying yourself. You feel bad, and that's normal, right? That's normal. But what an AI does is that it does not feel emotions. What it does is it just goes. It looks at the mistake in a very objective manner, right? It's like, okay, so I did this and that fucked up. I'm going to take note of that. In the next run, in the next test, I'm not going to make that same mistake. Whereas in humans, and I think it's also because of how we were brought up, especially in school, when you take a test and you fail, it's like, oh, the world is over. I'm a failure. I'll never succeed in anything. But that is a very deconstructive. It is not an empowering belief, and that is a huge part of. That's a huge thing that AIs don't have, right? Can you imagine if the AI thought like a human? Oh, I failed. I'm no good. I cannot do this anymore. Then it will never develop as quickly. It will never learn as quickly as it has, right? So here's the key. Here's the point. Right? The point is that it's okay to make mistakes. Make the mistakes. Get over it quickly and try again, right? So just be like the AIs, be like computers. They make a mistake. Okay, mistake here. Don't do it again. Let's try again. And they do it so many times. They do it over 1,000 times and 10,000 times over such a short period, because they don't spend time feeling bad for themselves, right? And they just, okay, let's do it again, do it again. And within months, they become not even months, I think in hours, they can beat the world champion in, Go and even Dota. So as much as you're going to feel bad when you fail, I guess the key here is really to get over it quickly. Don't feel bad for yourself. It is easier said than done, but that's what we should aim to do. Get over your failures quickly and try again. And that's how we can actually become better, faster, right? So I want to share with you a real life example of a person who has done whatever I just said. And this person, if you guys don't know him, his name is Jack Ma. Jack Ma is the founder of Alibaba, and Alibaba is responsible for 80% of all the digital sales that goes on in China. So your famous brands like Taobao and I don't know. Basically everything that you can think of and you can buy online probably comes from Alibaba. And at one point of time, I believe Jack Ma was he was the richest man in China in one point of time. I think his net worth is in the billions. I think like 40 plus billion dollars. But here's the thing about Jack Ma. Jack Ma was not always like this. You would think that somebody like him was everything went well for him, but that couldn't be further away from the truth. And let me show you this video over here.
Funny thing is that I failed a key primary school test for 2 times, and I failed 3 times for the middle schools. For 3 years I tried to fill in the universities. So I applied jobs for 30 times, got rejected. I went for a police. They said, no, you're not good. I went to even the KFC. When KFC came to China, come to my city, 24 people went for the job. 23 people accepted. I was the only one guy. And we went for police. 5 people, 4 of them accepted. I was the only guy that I received it. So to me, being turned down, rejected. Oh, by the way, I told you that I applied for Harvard for 10 times rejected. I know I'll be rejected. I just want to say that.
Yeah, sorry now.
I think we have to get used to it. We're not that good. Even today, we still have a lot of people reject us. I don't think in this world there are a lot of people be rejected more than 30 times. If we, the only thing we never give up, the only thing we're like a Forrest Gump. We keep on fight. We keep on changing ourselves. We don't complain. Whether you are successful or not successful, I find that when people, when they finish the job, if they make the mistake, if they fail, if they always complain the others, this guy will never come back. If the guy only check himself, yeah, something wrong with me here, something wrong with me there, this guy has a hope.
So yeah, can you believe that a person like Jack Ma, who's made billions and billions of dollars, has gone through this amount of failures? And just imagine if when he was rejected by KFC and he decided, oh, I'm worthless, I cannot do this, I cannot do that. Then if he adopted that mindset and he didn't get over it quickly, then he would never have been able to find Alibaba, and he would never have been able to achieve what he has achieved so far, right? And with that said, I want to show you another example, right? I want to show you, just in case that this is not going through right now, right? I want to show you another video, and this video is by none other than Will Smith.
Love this one. Fail early, fail often, fail forward. It's always a little bit frustrating to me when people have a negative relationship with failure. Failure is a massive part of being able to be successful. You have to get comfortable with failure. You have to actually seek failure. Failure is where all of the lessons are. When you go to the gym and you work out, you're actually seeking failure. You want to take your muscles to the point where you get to failure, because that's where the adaptation is. That's where growth is. Successful people fail a lot. They fail a whole lot more than they succeed. They extract the lessons from the failure, and they use that, the energy, and they use the wisdom to come around to the next phase of success. Gotta take a shot. You have to live at the edge of your capabilities. You gotta live where you're almost certain you're gonna fail. The reason for practice. Practice is controlled failure. You're getting to your limit, getting to your limit, getting to your limit. You can't lift that. You can't do that. Until you get to the point that all of a sudden your body makes the adjustment, and then you can do it. Failure actually helps you to recognize the areas where you need to evolve. So fail early, fail often, fail forward.
So I just want to end off this video by sharing this quote by this person called Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill is the author of the book, the timeless classic, Think and Grow Rich. It's a book that any person who wants to grow their wealth or start a business or basically just achieve anything they want, this is the book you need to read, right? And in this book, Napoleon Hill shares this quote that has stuck with me for that I find it to be very relevant to this video. And the quote is that every failure brings with it the seed of an equivalent success, right? So what does this quote mean? I'm going to leave it to you to form your own meaning. So, just take some time, think about it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.